Hey team, wanted to make a quick video. I listened to an audiobook. It was called Crossings, How Road Ecology is Shaping the Future of Our Planet, and it is by Ben Goldfarb. And I thought it was actually a very interesting read. I was multitasking during most of it, so I brought it to my workplace and I was doing chores while I was listening, so it was tough. I wasn't able really to take notes, but I do think that it's very, very interesting. I know last year I kind of focused on the natural environment and climate change and kind of where we're at. I was learning about the earth, and this book was about kind of human and animal, human nature interactions. And I thought that that was really interesting because it was talking about roads, obviously. And it discussed like sounds and the loud factor of sounds, scaring the animals or being detractors for animal passage. It also talked about how during COVID, a lot of road traffic decreased or ceased, and how that could have actually potentially been the cause of false peacefulness or false safety associated with roads, because if there were no cars on the roads and animals were passing at leisure, they might not know, hey, there are fast things that come along here and you can get hurt. So it kind of talked about the dynamics of the sound and, how that can vary. Obviously, like country roads versus highways, freeways, the amount of noise is different. But it talked about how roads also can kind of be safe passages. They can be roads for like butterflies trying to travel south, or and that was interesting, and talking about using like highway corridors as a guide, as open air free space that butterflies can safely get south from the north, and how that actually might be somewhat beneficial. And it talked about the sides of the roads being full of potential, being able, you can shape those as ecosystems. You could lay down the prairie grasses and the wildflowers, and they can actually be beneficial. Also, if we use that space, that buffer space between the roads and the rest of the infrastructure, we can make use of that. So that was interesting. Talked a lot about roadkill, which is just unfortunate. Talked about the heat of the roads being a detriment to certain species that could get cooked on the hot surfaces, like snakes. Talked about like underpasses and overpasses, ways that animals can cross the road safely, pros and cons, like culverts, trying to make sure that they are appropriately sized and appropriately placed. So it was really, really interesting, just learning more about the thought processes behind roads and animal interactions. Obviously, we don't want that roadkill. And I think that, I'm always pro more wilderness, more wild areas, more trees, more nature. And so I think that obviously the roads are important for our infrastructure. And, I do like traveling and being able to see our natural environment. And so it's a dynamic that should definitely be addressed. I think it's very, very important. Obviously, like runoff is another environmental discussion in and of itself with, what have you. So just very interesting book. I do actually wish that I had been able to stop and listen a little bit more. But that maybe I'll just have to pick up another book and kind of keep researching, keep listening, keep learning. So it was good. I would recommend it. And yeah, it was It was good. So wanted to make a little video to kind of sum that up for myself and for others too if they're interested in that. So I hope you have a great day, and we'll talk soon. Bye.